No job, poor AF. Need money to buy some stuff. Tell mom I'm going back to college and need money for books and shit. She says that if I tell her what books they are, she will buy them for me, but she's not giving me any cash. Angry. Suddenly remember we have a key to our aunt's house in case of emergencies. Go there during the day. Walk around the block making sure she isn't home. Go in, look for cash. Can't find anything. Grab a laptop, some jewelry, a camera that looks expensive. Put it in a bag and leave. Later that nothing, we get a call. It's our aunt. She's terrified and crying. Says someone broke in and stole a bunch of shit. The cops are all over her house looking for clues and pulling CCTV footage from the area. What the F do I do? Drive to Little. See a Bentley, a Range Rover, a BMW, a Mercedes, a Lexus in the parking lot. Are things really that tough? Or are they just morons with good credit scores? Be me, 2 years ago. Feeling like shit. Tired and incapable of any type of work. Come home and eat. Decide to clean my room a bit. Still feel like crap. Later that day, I went downtown with my girlfriend. This is for you. She gives me a 10x10 pixel art capybara drawn on paper. Feel like sadness doesn't exist. Be me now. Feel like shit again. Look through glass panel of my PC. Capybara still resting there after 2 years. Feel great again. I hope all of you have a wonderful day, Anons. See trailer for video game. Looks fun. Buy video game. See video game in library. Doesn't look fun anymore. Why does this happen? Be me. Drive through Starbucks. See girl in front of me look at me through her rearview mirror as she pulls up to the order microphone. She orders and drives up. I order, then pull up behind her. She has handed her stuff and pays. I pull up to the window. Cutie barista hands me drink and says, "The girl in front of you paid for your drink." Really? Are you sure? Yes, Anon. It hits me that somebody did something nice for me for no reason. I start to cry as soon as I fully comprehend the situation. Barista asks if I'm okay. Tell her I'm not used to people caring about me and it's been so long since somebody did something nice for me just because. She doesn't quite know what to say. Other car pulls up behind me. I say thanks and pull out while crying and laughing with joy at the same time. Go to store. Take a shit. Encounter the automatic hand wash dryer. 2 out of 3 of them are out of order. Place my hands under the red light. Squirts insufficient amount of soap. Trickles insufficient amount of water. Hands are still soapy. Farts my hands dry. Proceeds to dry hands on my jeans. What a useless piece of shit. Go work. Go home. 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 Go grocery store. Go clean. Go work. Go home. Ad infinitum. Stay at home and be a burden on others. Ad infinitum. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Be me, 29. Always prided myself on having high standards in relationships. Had a few relationships in the past, but none that really clicked. One night, I meet her at a party. Her name's Riley. She's the definition of gorgeous, tall, blonde with an attitude that screams confidence. But something about her stands out from the crowd, makes her different. We start talking and she's funny, super easygoing, and we have a lot in common. She's the kind of girl that can make everyone laugh, but also knows how to hold a conversation. But deep down, I know something's off. She doesn't seem to care too much about relationships. Flirts with anyone, loves attention from guys. Everyone at the party's clearly interested in her, but she keeps looking my way. End up talking to her the whole night, and by the end of it, we exchange numbers. She texts me the next day, suggesting we meet up again. At first, I'm hesitant, but her charm is hard to resist, so I agree. We go on a few dates, and I start to get closer to her. She's amazing to be around, but the more I get to know her, the more I start to see the cracks. She talks openly about her past, and it's not what I expected. She's been with tons of guys, some I even know, and it stings a little. She calls it living life and insists it doesn't mean anything. But every time she talks about her past, I feel something inside me twist. I tell myself she's worth it. She's the most fun I've had in a while, and she's got this wild energy I'm drawn to. But it's hard to ignore the fact that she's been with so many people, and it makes me question whether I'm just another guy to her. Weeks go by and I'm falling for her, but I can't shake the feeling that maybe I'm just another thing she's onto. She acts like nothing's wrong, but every time I try to get serious, she avoids the conversation. When I get jealous about other guys texting her, she brushes it off like it's no big deal. My face when I'm in love with a girl who doesn't even know what a relationship is supposed to be. She's got everything I've ever wanted in a partner, but she's also got everything I don't need. Can't stop thinking about her though, even if it's all messed up. And just like that, I'm still falling for Riley. The girl who could never love me back the way I do. Be me. In city center for the day. Make plans to visit the Hooters there. Hope to finally show off my sexual side. Waitresses happily greet me. I try to flirt with them regarding how big their behinds are, but I F my words up and I sound like Sheldon Cooper, almost like I'm criticizing them. They're not laughing anymore. Ask me to leave. I apologize and do as they say without hesitation. That evening I find their TikTok. I comment on one of their videos apologizing for what I had done. The video is deleted by the next day. Why the frick am I so bad at this? Boing. Be me. You are now me. Have fun with your terrible life. Be me. Have a pretty shitty boring day. Feel sucky. Go home. Look at rock and mineral collection. Feel happier instantly. Thank you, rock and mineral collection. Turn car key right to unlock. That was to lock. Remind myself that whatever I think the way to turn is, it's actually the opposite. Next day, think about turning left to unlock. Remember, I noted to myself, it's always the opposite of what I think. Turn right to unlock. Right was to lock. 80% of the way through a bottle of whiskey. Pour myself another whiskey and Coke. Oh no, this isn't sitting right. Vomit into the kitchen sink. Let's try that again. Stomach is empty now, so I just make the same drink again and chug it. Wait for the burp to come. Oh yeah, now we're back on track. Anyone else know this feel? Be me. Straight. Question sexuality. Decide to try it for once. Go on Grindr and find a guy that kinda looks feminine. We F, I top of course. It was kinda stinky and his moans turned me off. After, decide that I've tried it and didn't like it, so therefore straight. Is this good logic or nah? Have severe farts problems. Get in Discord with friends to level. Put self on push to talk. Everyone laughing at my aspy jokes. Feel like I genuinely belong for about 3 minutes. Turns out, I was on push to mute. They were laughing because I was grunting and farting at them while they were talking. Turn off PC in shame. Artist who I frickin' know is Brazilian changes his location to Ukraine. Opens emergency commissions. Gets flooded with work. Mother fudger! In college, studying for finals. Haven't slept in days. Surviving on energy drinks and ramen noodles. The day of the final exam arrives. Walk into the exam hall. Feeling confident. Look at the first question. It's easy. Start writing furiously. Total concentration. Suddenly my pen runs out of ink. No problem, brought a spare. Fumble around in my bag. Can't find it anywhere. Panic sets in. Ask the guy next to me if he has a spare pen. He hands me one, but it's a red. Screw it, I continue the exam. Finish the exam feeling pretty good about it. 1 week later, professor's note. I specifically asked for blue or black ink, not red. Final grade F. Go on several dates with the guy. Ultimately decide I don't like him that way. Scared of telling him this because I know men get psychotic and violent over rejection. Get so anxious that I have a severe panic attack which lands me in the hospital for several days. Finally text him saying that I'm not interested in him and just want to be friends. Okay, understood. Thanks for the dates. They were fun. Huh? Be me. Be in school. Teacher is 12 out of 10 MILF. Give subtle hints and flirt with her. She flirts back. Start to get more physical. Kissing, hugging, etc. One day start kissing and hugging her. She kisses back. End up effing her. Her husband walks in. Shit.jpg. He beats the F out of me and throws me out of the house. Man, I hate being homeschooled. Noah, you lazy. The Ark doesn't fit all 400,000 beetle species. Rebuild it right this instant. Yes, every beetle has to be included. Cute girl. Starts to swear. Name anything more repulsive. Name anything more repulsive. OP. I just ate 6 custard-filled Long John donuts and 2 raspberry jelly donuts. That's too many donuts, ain't it? But they were so good. I am uniquely beautiful and youthful looking for my age, 29. My secrets? Mouth breathing, baby face, resting frown, no wrinkles. Crying all the time, makes eyelashes long and under eye puffy. Zero physical activity, no stress on my body. Bouts of melancholy, keeps hair from falling out. This is literally me, how do I fix this? Wait a year. Blocks your path. Speech 100. My apologies. Be me. Lonely. Go to my crush's house when everyone is asleep to stand by her front door and pretend I'm picking her up for a date. Whisper stuff like, you look beautiful today, and I love you even more. I brought you these flowers as beautiful as you. Hands are imaginary flowers. Realize there's a frickin' doorbell camera's bullshit on the door that I didn't notice because the door is black. Be frozen and staring directly at it for about 10 seconds. Frickin' leave. Hey Nons, please tell me this shit doesn't record as long as I don't ring the bell. I don't want my frickin' life to be over so soon. Be Polish. Get extremely drunk one night at a bar with a friend. Walk home. See bottle of pills. Friend dares me to take the entire bottle of pills. Extremely drunk, so do it. Wake up in hospital. Doctor speaks French. WTF.jpg. Don't remember anything. Immediately call my friend. He tell me when we were walking through the garage of my apartment building, the pills kicked in and I ran into my car and drove away. He hasn't heard of me in 4 days. Hang up on my friend in shock. Finally, they get a doctor that speaks English. Doctor tells me I showed up in a random French village, broke through someone's window, shit on their counter and collapsed. Doctor asked me what happened. I don't know, .jpg. A day later, they send me back to Poland. No one knows what I did in those 4 days. Narrator here. I'm gonna need some of those pills. Open YouTube Shorts. Open comments. Every single frickin' time. Bro is wild. Blood got violated. We blank with this one. Bro's aura is max. I'm not even gonna talk about TikTok. Dead internet theory my ass. Internet has become overpopulated, and it resulted in internet being average IQ and full of kids. Be me. 19. 5 out of 10. Kissless, hugless virgin. Learn about thug maxing. Get idea. Start dressing like local drug dealers. Wear black windbreaker, aviators, and a Yankees cap. I'm white, so instant advantage over actual drug dealers. Go to the mall, go up to random girls and ask for their number. 3 gave me their number. Is this the key to success? I blame this on all of you. Be me at recent job interview. Interviewer, how would you rate your tardiness? Well, we can all do something dumb from time to time, but I feel confident in my intelligence. Right. Okay, we need someone who isn't tardy and shows up every day. Sure, I made it through high school with no problems or any special classes. I'm definitely not tardy. Driving home after interview. My face when I remember tardiness means punctuality, not level of tardation. F all of you. The end. Is it strange to cuddle with your sister? Be 21, sis is 26. We both still live at home. We still sometimes go to each other's room and cuddle on bed. Usually it's spooning, and I'm always the smaller spoon because I am younger. Never groped each other, did it without clothes or anything like that. On weekends, I get on my car and drive for hours to locations I want to visit. I'm never at my house on weekends. Parents assume I'm with friends or even a girl. I'm always by myself. Since it's been a while I've been doing this and never brought a girl home, parents probably assume I'm hiding a homosexual relationship. I went on a 9-hour drive today, 700 miles round trip. I wanted to go see a lake. It felt lonely when I got there. I wish I had a girlfriend or friends. Be me. Chilling at home, playing Vidya. Suddenly hear a loud crash outside. Go check it out. Find a raccoon trying to break into my trash can. Decide to befriend it. Give it some leftover pizza. Raccoon looks at me like I'm a god. Start feeding it regularly. Name it Bandit. Bandit becomes my sidekick. Neighbors think I'm crazy. Don't care, I have a raccoon. One day, Bandit disappears. Feel sad, search everywhere. Weeks go by, no sign. Suddenly see Bandit at the park. With a whole gang of raccoons. He's the king now. My face when I realize I helped him ascend to the throne. Never see him again. Still think about my raccoon buddy. That feeling when he probably forgot about me. But I'll always be his pizza god. 7-year-old cousin is coming over to stay with me for a few days. Excited to be with him because I am good with kids. Remember that I was obsessed with medieval history at age 7. Excited to see what his biggest interest is. Excited to be an uncle figure to him. He comes over, he's frickin' tarded and can barely count to 10. He doesn't even know how to read. Man. Be me. 32. Married to Amber for 6 years. First few years were amazing. Love, trust, partnership, all that good stuff. A year ago, she starts dropping hints about spicing things up in the marriage. One night, she straight up suggests opening the marriage. Says she feels restricted and thinks it would bring us closer by letting us explore. Initially, I'm against it, tell her it's not what I signed up for. Amber starts crying, says she feels suffocated and like she's missing out on life. She's the love of my life, so I reluctantly agree with a pit in my stomach. Set clear ground rules. Honesty, always use protection, no emotional attachments. Tell myself it's just physical, that it won't change anything between us. Fast forward a few months, and it's like we're living in two different worlds. Amber's constantly on her phone, swiping through apps, going on dates every week. Meanwhile, I'm struggling to find anyone interested in a married guy. Start feeling insecure, like I'm just a placeholder while she's living her best life. Convince myself it's just a phase and things will go back to normal. One night, Amber comes home looking happier than I've seen her in months, sits me down and says, "We need to talk." Her words hit like a freight train. I'm pregnant. The way she avoids eye contact, I already know it's not mine. Ask who the father is, and she mumbles, "A guy named Caleb, but it's not serious." I feel my blood go cold. Can't even respond at first. Amber says it was a mistake and she didn't mean for it to happen. Says she wants to keep the baby and still see us raising it together. Tries to convince me that love makes a family, not biology. My mind is racing, trying to process how she can be so casual about this. Ask her if she broke any of our ground rules and she hesitates. Finally admits she stopped using protection with Caleb because it felt more intimate. At that point, I'm beyond furious, but she just starts crying, saying, "You're my husband, this shouldn't change anything." She genuinely believes I'll stick around and raise another man's kid. Her audacity is both infuriating and baffling. Try talking to friends and family, and it's a mixed bag. Some say I should have expected this when I agreed to an open marriage. Others tell me to stay and be the bigger person. Even my dad says every marriage has its challenges. This is just one of them. Feel completely isolated, like no one actually understands what I'm going through. Meanwhile, Amber's acting like everything's normal. She's shopping for baby clothes, talking about nursery ideas, and even calls me daddy in a joking way. Start having sleepless nights, staring at the ceiling and wondering how my life got here. Realize I've lost all self-respect and let myself become a doormat for her happiness. Finally decide I can't live like this anymore. But divorce feels like admitting defeat. Start quietly planning my exit, saving money, looking at apartments. Amber notices I'm distant and says I'm being dramatic and need to get over it. She doesn't even see the damage she's done or how much this has broken me. My face when I opened the marriage and it completely destroyed my life. Confess the most effed up thing you've ever done. Once I shat on my mom's face when she was sleeping because she hid my PlayStation 3. There's a reason fantasy slop is a term. It's not a term. You just attach the word slop to everything you don't like or is vaguely popular. This is post-slop. Ask a guy who works at McDonald's anything. Where do you work? McDonald's. 2005. Go to online store webpage. Search for the item you want. Checkout. 2022. Go to online store webpage. This website uses cookies. Allow cookies? Allow. Allow this website to know your location? Block. Allow this website to send notifications? Block. Pop-up covering screen appears. Enter your email now for 10% off. Close pop-up. Fake chat appears. Jill would like to assist you. Close chat. Finally get to the search bar. Start entering text. JavaScript wasn't finished loading. Search bar gets deselected halfway through typing. Click the search bar again, finish typing, hit enter. Item you want appears. Try to click it. More JavaScript loads before you click. The page rearranges itself. Now you've clicked something else. Close web page and toss monitor out the window. My dad used to dress up like Pepsi Man to scare me because I like Coca-Cola. And I thought Pepsi Man would be angry at me about it. So I developed a fear of him, and so whenever I did something wrong, my dad would say, "I hope Pepsi Man doesn't hear about this." And then at night, he'd sneak into my room dressed in a Pepsi Man onesie and pour a bottle of Pepsi over my head and tell me to have some respect for Pepsi and for myself. He really was an insane piece of shit. Be dinner time. Barbecuing chicken. Touch the chicken breast. See you later, virgins. Which end goes in the dipping sauce first? The one you're not holding. Tard? Be me. Decide to get high since it's the weekend and need to relax. Be high AF, thinking about science and shit. Decide to buy Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. Buy it online for like $8. Confirm my account password and click on Open Book. The screen dims and the title of the book with some figures displays on my phone. I wait at what I figure is a loading screen. 5 minutes goes by, so I click on the screen randomly. Buttons appear that let you turn the page. My face when I'm so high, I think the first page of the book is a loading screen. My face when I spend 5 minutes without realizing it. RIP. Finally get a girlfriend. She wants to eat out multiple times a week. Go shopping for clothes, perfumes, and cute sunglasses. Then eat lunch at cafe once a month. Travel to expensive southern destinations during the summer. Road trips every weekend. Jesus Christ, this is expensive AF. How do most guys afford this? So I went to a coworker's birthday party tonight. Be me. Work at left-leaning company as a wagey. Whatever.jpg. Friendly with liberal stoner coworkers. Get invited to coworker's 21st birthday party. She says she bought Jackbox part pack for the party. Cool. We play a game where there is a single prompt and two people compete for the better punchline. The prompt was, I call my bedroom the cafeteria because... My joke, because the food is ass, but I'm gonna eat it anyway. Silence. One gasp from the party. Someone calls me weird. My coworker's joke, because I eat food in bed. Whole party chuckles and says, literally me. Get weird side eyes for a bit after my joke. Do Zoomers not eat ass or something? I thought my joke was funny. My face win. Be me. 28. Socially awkward but trying to fake confidence like a real adult. Decide to work at a coffee shop. Not as a barista, just to sit there with my laptop and look productive. Local place called Brew Haven. Hipster vibes, smells like roasted beans and pretension. Walk in. Place is packed with people typing furiously or sipping lattes like they're in a movie. Grab a table near the window. Open laptop, pretend to type something important, probably just a grocery list. Notice a cute girl 2 tables over. She's reading a book, looks artsy, wearing a scarf even though it's 70 degrees. Brain says, impress her. Stupid brain. Order a coffee to look sophisticated. Barista asks what I want. I panic and say, something strong. He hands me an espresso so tiny it looks like a shot for ants. Down it in one gulp. Feel like my heart's about to punch through my chest. Try to play it cool. Open a random document. Start typing gibberish to look busy. The quick brown fox jumps over the quarterly sales report. Genius. Guy next to me spills his drink. Big dude, flannel shirt, beard like he's auditioning for a lumberjack role. Aw, crap, he mutters, mopping it up with a napkin. See my chance to be helpful. Hey man, I got you, I say, tossing him my spare napkin. Miss completely. It lands in his coffee. Now he's got a soggy napkin floating in his mug. Thanks, he says, staring at me like I'm a moron. Abort mission. Focus back on artsy girl. She's still reading, oblivious to my existence. Decide to order a pastry. Go up to the counter, ask for a croissant. Barista hands me something that looks like a hockey puck. It's artisanal, he says. Like that explains the brick in my hand. Take a bite. Crumbs explode everywhere. It's like a sandstorm on my shirt. Try to brush it off. End up smearing butter into my jacket. Look like I've been attacked by a bakery. Artsy girl glances over. Not the vibe I was going for. Hear a crash. Turn around. Some kids knocked over a chair chasing a toy car. Mom's yelling, Timmy, sit down before I lose it. Timmy doesn't care. He's zooming the car under my table now. Trips, car slams into my ankle. Yelp like a wounded dog. Everyone stares. Timmy's mom grabs him. Sorry, he's a handful. No kidding. Decide to salvage the day. Plug in my laptop charger. Cord's too short. Have to stretch it across the aisle. Old lady walking by doesn't see it. Trips, falls, grabs the edge of my table to steady herself. Table tips. Coffee mug flies, lands in my lap. Hot liquid seeping through my jeans. Scream internally. Old lady's fine, just dusts herself off and shuffles away. You should watch your cord, she says. Like it's my fault. Fair. Artsy girl's watching now. Not impressed, just confused. Barista comes over. Dude, you okay? He asks, handing me a rag. Wipe myself down. Look like I wet my pants. Confidence at 0. Decide to pack up. Laptop won't turn off. Stuck on my gibberish document. Force shut down, shove it in my bag. Stand up too fast. Chair screeches across the floor. Sounds like a dying animal. Everyone looks again. Timmy's back, zooming his car right at me. Step aside, trip over my own charger cord. Fall into the lumberjack guy's table. His coffee spills again. Seriously, man? He groans, sopping it up with his sleeve. Apologize profusely. He waves me off. Just go. You're a walking disaster. He's right. Grab my stuff. Artsy girl's packing up too. See my chance. Hey, cool book, I say, pointing at it like an idiot. She nods. Yeah, it's about mindfulness. So, what dishes do you like to wash? I ask, thinking it's a quirky icebreaker. Brain short circuits. Realize I just asked her about washing dishes. Who even says that? Face turns tomato red. Feel my soul leaving my body. She blinks. Dishes? Like, to clean? Yeah, I mean, no, I meant food. Forget it. Stammer, wishing the floor would swallow me. She laughs. I guess I don't mind washing bowls. They're easy. She's too nice. I don't deserve this. Cool, bowls are great. I mumble, nodding like a broken bobblehead. Meanwhile, I'm a human tornado. Nice. I should try that, I add, tripping over a chair leg as I back away. She smiles, but it's the pity kind. Escape out the door. Step in a puddle. Shoes soaked, squishing with every step. Look back through the window. Timmy's car zooms by. Lumberjack guy's shaking his head. Artsy girl's gone. Check my phone. 2 hours of chaos. No work done. $8 spent on coffee and a brick pastry. Worth it.